What's happening? Hold on Hey, what's going on out there in internet land? It's your boy RC in the place to be coming at you one more time for these live streams. And yo, if you want to join in for what I'm listening to, you're going to be listening to two Tone Loc albums because someone requested them. And if you want to make your request for something for us to listen to, you can either request a song for us to listen to at the end of this stream, like after the two albums are done, or if you want to request an album or a best of artist stream where I'll compilate the best of an artist's best music. You know what I'm saying? Get with it, act like you want it. Kofi.com/rap critic to get that request in. So get with it, act like you want it. You know what I'm saying? And today we're about to listen to two Toad Loc albums. And again, I love this. I love this sort of thing of like, all right, well, let's listen through to this person who we've seen a lot and we know of, and we has this iconic voice. But like, has anyone ever like actually listened through these albums? You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm about to do that right now. Okay, I'm gonna start. And if you want to join in, you can either join the station head to listen along in real time, or I've got the the Spotify link up there available to listen to. So yeah, let's get with it, act like you want it, and let's go. This is the On Fire remix. Interesting to start a song with a remix, but all right. Axel said, "I guarantee these albums will be better than the album I listened to yesterday. I put myself through an entire Tom McDonald album with zero skips. Oof, why would you do that to yourself?" All right. Okay. Apparently, I think him and like Tone Loc and the guy who did the "You Wanted to Dance It," Bust a Move, Young MC, they're cousins, in the same way that apparently Ice Cube and Del the Funky Homo Sapien are cousins. So it's just a weirdly specific group of people that are related to each other over there on the West Coast of that part of time. Oh no! Why are you quoting Aaron Carter? Is this a thing? I feel like people have quoted Aaron Carter on my stream multiple times, and I don't know why. It is interesting to hear like Tone Loc doing battle rap. Like I'm so used to a very specific type of Tone Loc, like the lover man who's what I'm saying, got all the chicks. But like to hear him outside of that mode just feels so weird. It's like, oh yeah, I guess he is a person who probably just made other music at some point. But we're so used to like Funky Cold Medina and it's the big one, Funky Cold Medina, Wild Thing, yeah. It is one of those things like, how did this guy not get like destined for people to like, you know what I mean? Be interested in him as a just a vocalist in anything, because like his voice is just that it's so deep, but it's like it's more than deep. It's like it's really crunched like this. Like iconically, I know him as the baby in Bebe's Kids. the voice is so deep, and it like it's insane how just like it's like another dimension of deepness. His voice. Okay, that drum you just heard, that is what I'm used to being what I thought was the amen drum. The like you know when you hear something is known for being a thing, but you're like, wait, what is the actual thing though? And when I didn't know what it was, that drum beat, I thought that was the amen drum break because it's like I hear it in so many fucking things and it feels so like quintessential. You know what I mean? But no, the amen break is something else. There we go. Now this is the song I'm used to, like the Funky Cold Medina. I actually came to that one later. This is the song I remember, and then hearing the other one is like, oh wait, he just did that. He just tried to rip off his own song, you know. Now, could you say this is like the slowest rapping in terms of like where the rhyme lands? Like da 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 da. But da 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 da. Like you know, I feel like in the late '80s that was kind of a thing of guys doing this sort of like halftime rapping, you know. Also, mixture of hip hop and rock, you know, with that little sample there with the. What music video is this song from? The sample with the chicks with the white faces playing the guitars that they clearly can't play, you know? Or did they just reference that in this music video? I can't remember. Boom, boom, boom. It was her mother. To do the wild thing. It's like, oh, that's great, mom. Can you go? I do like this imagery here and the wordplay. Like, she was on me like static cling, but that's what happens when the body starts snapping. I'm doing the wild thing. I love this excellence. And I put myself through an entire Tom McDonald album because I wanted to be fair and give him a chance, but I regret it so much. I went into the album not liking him and came out hating him deeply. God damn. Mm-hmm. Wait, he said, that's right. It's a prostitute. Yeah. He's like, what? No, he said, I've heard of Baby's Kid only because the director of that movie created the animated Disney Channel show The Proud Family, which I fucking love. I didn't know they created that, but that makes sense. There's a lot of Black Hollywood is very insular and small by nature of the beast, you know. But I only know of Tom McDonald because of you and Fantano were making fun of him. I know. It's like it's what that's the balance of like when you talk about someone, you risk like just kind of exposing them essentially to more people. But I like to think that when I do so, I'm like dissecting the stupidity of the rhetoric in a way that does not allow it to like okay, if you are gonna learn about me from me, you're still gonna learn why it's stupid. You know what I mean? I'm not just like going like it's stupid and I'm not explaining why. It's like no, I'm making it pretty clear why this is dumb. You know. Oh, okay. What does that mean? This is like the most infamous to be a high roller. Yeah, Ice-T used it on that, yeah. You're exposing people. Shame on you. Look, like I said, I don't do it because it's like, I like, first of all, people keep telling me to talk about it, and then it's like, okay, well, now I can't act like I didn't hear that dumb lyric, and now I have something that I have to say about it because it is pretty stupid. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why do people have to tell me this stuff? Creepy Gibble. When you get to the Tolo songs with the ladies, keep in mind that he has a domestic abuse charge. Like, stop! Hey, think you're enjoying some music? The artist he like this on the bed. It's like, stop. It's like, I didn't sign a contract saying that I like the person when I like the song. Stop doing this to me. But no, I mean, it is, you know, if it's real, it's real. But it's just kind of like, God damn, like. Oh, this is the low kind of dog. Hmm. I love how he says, putting LA on the map. It's just like, I don't think LA needed you to put them on the map. But I get it. Mm-hmm. So make the girl his heart like a harlequin romance. This is cutting rhymes. Yep. What is that? That piano set? I know I've heard that sampled in something before. Some like sex rap song. Ah, something like that. No, that doesn't answer the question. Don't look. Why did you start rapping? I was just kind of a party. People wanted me to. And I was drunk as shit. It kind of happened. It's like, okay. It's like, yeah, no, that makes sense as an origin. Like, Toad Loc has always felt like a bit of an inessential, artist. It's just like it's more of like the novelty of who he is as opposed to like anyone being like, oh man, who's one of the most respected West Coast MCs. It's more about the acting career that he was able to sort of value for himself. It's interesting as much as we talk about like Will Smith and all these guys kind of doing and Ice-T. I feel like Ice-T was probably like the original guy, but like yeah, Toad Loc actually really just kind of leaned into the acting career thing, and not even like a large actor. He's like he's always just in minor things. You know what I mean? Like if you notice, like he's never like the main character in something. He's just like, nah, I just get a little bit of money, do these side characters. You know what I'm saying? Get this money the American way. There's very little difference between Deadpool and Red Hood. One of them has a red hood, but so does Deadpool. But I mean, Deadshot. Like, oh, this is the other song. Like, if they were Pokemon types, what would Red Hood versus Deadshot be? They would both just be like steel, right? Like, maybe you could say Red Hood is steel and dark. get no satisfaction. It's alright. The song's like, yo, man, I'm the superstar. I just had that other hit. Why aren't chicks jocking to me when I go to the bar? What? The jocking this guy? Oh, it's because he's got this. I mean, yeah, basically a, what do you call it? Not necessarily a roofie serum, but like a mind control serum, essentially. And then I like how like in the second verse, it's like he doesn't want to try it yet, so he tries it on his dog. It's like and all the poodles coming to his house with a fucking Comadino. Whoa! Oh my god, my little Chihuahua is getting all the action. You know, diamond daiquiris. I don't think so. Okay, but this doesn't make sense because this is a girl he was already like. Oh no! No, I don't want no Oscar Mayer either. Oh no! I'm blessed with it. It's the '80s and I'm down with the ladies. It's like, oh my god. It's like, well, what happens in the '90s? Are you down for getting Heine in the '90s? Like, is it just conditional on how things run? But you know why he was saying it just as sort of like, oh, bro, nah, bro. But yeah, it's just so like, yeah. See, and this is why this calls back to a deeper issue with like a lot of these hookup culture songs. It's like, yeah, don't just try to hook up with someone before you really know anything about him. It's like, oh no, it's man. Well, it's your fucking fault. It's like you're trying to slip, manipulation drugs into people's system. It's like you know what, you fucking get what you get what's coming to you. But what's funny is that, like I said, it sounded like the girl was already down to hang out with him. So like, why are you slipping her this anyways? What is a Medina anyway? A wedding? Oh no. Have we seen? Wait. Okay. Hold on. Cause did he give her the Medina yet? I thought he was like talking about it, and then she was like, "Oh whoa, you want to marry me? Hell no." Where's we have to oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it is. We have to drink. I'm thinking soon what I'll be getting. Instead, she started talking about plans for what is you get married? No. Like this just so goes like the stereotypical like things that guys want. Like I'm just trying to get laid, but what is over the dick? I don't want that. And then I'm just trying to get laid, but what you want to get married? That's not what guys want. Am I right? I'm out of here. It's like it's such the typical sort of song, you know what I mean? It's so like of course this type of song had to exist, you know? Like, yeah, the first verse is about like, oh, I'm trying to like get like this guy. The second verse is, well, try it out on my dog. And all the poodles. This is so like that like late '80s like sleazy, leisure suit Larry Ryman, you know what I mean? Like, but like the PG-13 version of it, you know what I mean? Like it definitely has its place for sure, but it's just so funny how particular this is. Like, yeah, this is for a very specific type of mood, you know? And I'm very surprised that most of his songs aren't just sex related rhymes and that there's actual sort of like, I'm busting a dope ass rhyme. It's like, really? Like, that's not your strength. You need to be like using that voice to make it the songs with the ladies. The fucking, rec room player with the ladies. You know what I mean? The way he's like, to the next episode, yo. Is that West Coast slang just saying, yo, the next episode, bro? Mm. What? No. Koran said, did you ever see that Japanese commercial for The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which features an elaborate rap number by Zelda cosplayers? No. I've never seen this. Shoot me a link. That's crazy. He's at 22 years old. That's so insane to think. Like, isn't that weird? Like, when you think about, like, Al Green and all those guys, like, you're like, oh, so and so died when he was 26. You're like, 26? Like, those guys' voices sound so, I really love you. Like, it sounds so old soully. Like, how that, no, like, the songs are old, but they weren't actually that old. And, like, here Megatone Look is like, right, he just feels like this ageless, maybe late 30s lounge lizard who gets all the ladies like, no, 22 years old? He just got out of college? Like, what the fuck? It's Chiba Chiba. I had to expect a weed joint. I'm gonna take a few hits in the middle of this ride. This is about exactly what I thought a Total Loc album would be, except I thought it would mostly be focused on songs for the ladies. I see you want to talk. You look 30 most of your life. You thought it was shit? I ate all myself. What? Oh, I won't send you links. Best Karis One a Boogie Down production song. Oh, I'd say it's definitely the remix of "You Must Learn." This is Loken on the Shaw. Kara's what is a teacher, but a teacher of what? Famous last words before getting knocked the hell out. Wait, when did that happen? I thought he beat someone else, right? I thought there was something about is gonna be rapping on this? Yeah, but he beat them up. They didn't hit him. This is just an instrumental. Now let's get to the next one because I think I get the idea. Alright, this is the homies. Hmm. Yeah, it's so funny how so much like West Coast stuff like this, Coolio, E40, it just feels like such like legit just hangout music. You know what I mean? I love the enthusiasm for this track. This reminds me of the Insane Clown Posse song. Homies, homies, like my road dogs, oh my motherfucking homies, homies, we throwing up cloud love signs. New York is damn cold. Of course, it's easy to hang out in Cali. What? This song is sticking out as just like a fun friend joint, though. I'll give this one that. A lot of this album, I'm going back through On Fire, Wild Things. Like, a couple of these are fun in terms of like, oh, okay, it's kind of like rapping, like cutting rhymes. That was one where I was like, oh, okay. So basically, it's like On Fire is like the introduction, you know. Wild Things, of course. Wild Thing, Funky Cold Medina, we know that. And then there's a lot of just like lyricalism rhyming. Then we get to the Chiba Chiba joint that's about weed. Loken on the Shaw, which is just an instrumental. Uh, the Homies joint was fun, but yeah, I get why this doesn't feel like an essential hip hop album, but it's definitely like, oh no, it is doing a Jamaican accent, weed. Or is that a friend of his? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause his voice is way deeper than that. His voice sounds the fucking coolest on this track. Right? Creepy Gribble, that ICP song is great. Genuinely a fun friendship song. Aw, yeah, too bad them and Twisted are permanent enemies now, yeah, and now it goes. Homies got separated over some motherfucking money. It's always some bitch ass money. It's always over some bitch ass money, man. It's like, wow, Insane Clown Posse, how dare you guys split up over money after that goddamn movie? The motherfucking money. Hey, VXKM, what's going on? We just chilling. We just got through. Oh wait, oh, this is the second album. Okay, so this is Funky West Side. We're so okay, so yeah, because his voice sounds a lot more dug into right now and gravelly. Yeah, yeah. So this is the second album. Okay. I don't. Did I ever watch what video? Oh, the music video for Homies. Yeah, yeah. Like your two ICP videos with Diamanda are kind of not your best. Yeah. Putting four fucking videos together over whatever time it was, it was hard. You're criticizing a song about sneaking into bed. Now, because it had too much dark humor, did we? Is that what our critique was? I don't remember that being the thing. I mean, if that was, then I guess you're right. But because like as someone who enjoys Insane Clown Posse, that doesn't feel like the critique I'd have for it. Yeah, but anyway, see, that's the problem with making like stuff like 20 years ago that's still available for anyone to watch now. It's just like this thing that you said that you must still believe deeply, and I'm like, I don't know. I made it a long time ago, and I don't. Like, do you still like believe like? Do you still deeply believe and hold the conviction for everything that you said 15 years ago? You know what I mean? Like, like, I don't know. Like, tell me what the context was. Maybe I can make a good argument for it. But just off the rip, I'm doing different stuff. All right, so this is Pen Without a Caddy. Oh wow, Kiwi Gribble said, I've been translating your stuff for 10 years now. That's awesome. I have to listen to what you say very carefully so I remember a whole lot of your takes, nature of the hobby. But yeah, for me, it's like I make the thing, and then, like, of course, I'm putting all my time into it. And then once it's done, it's like, well, now I'm either taking time to be free and live my life, or I'm working on the next thing that I gotta think about. You know, it's like, to still be thinking about the thing I did before. It's like, that's like there. That's your job to do, you know, as the prolific artist I be. Oh yeah, I gotta make sure I got the Tone Loc on Fire song. A song that, of course, isn't on Spotify, but you know, we're on the Tone Loc, we're on Tone Loc energy, so I feel like definitely gotta make sure we get this in here. Wait, hold on. Oh, so because that was the On Fire remix, but there's the original one. Oh, that'd be interesting. There's a YouTube I'm seeing right now that says 50 Cent never really won a beef. Okay, y'all just saying stuff now. Come on now. Nah, he ate John Rule's lunch. Get out of here. Maybe not against anyone else, like with like Jadakiss and I guess maybe Fat Joe, but like he definitely ate John Rule's lunch. Yeah, his voice is so much crunchier and creamier now. Yeah, that's fascinating. This is I Adore You. Okay, okay. I'm really digging this actually. I mean, oh, you returned to streaming. I thought that Drake album broke you, so that's why you took the march off. It was like seeing a college grad student get into the workforce. Enthusiasm sapped out. Nah, you know, your boy can't stay away. I got to do it on him. Now let me see. Yeah, fuck it, pimp it out a cat. Yeah. No, this is really good sounding. This is that like rich sort of like you just got dropped in the middle of the '90s and this song is playing, and maybe everything's gonna be all right because shit just feels good, you know. Yeah, his voice is definitely kicking right now. Sure, cause it's you I adore. Like somebody got in his ear and was like, dude, make these songs for the ladies, bro. What the fuck are you doing with all this lyrical shit? Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is the tone look I was expecting. Here we go. That shit for the ladies all through the night. Okay, I feel you. This is the type of shit Drake should be doing. You know, just nice, breezy, easy joints for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Right? Creepy Girl. That's what Big Daddy Kane did, realizing that the money is in the largely female fan base. Those are the motherfuckers that buy shit. Dudes don't be buying shit. Chicks do. That is Fatal Attraction. Okay. And he chilling out with that halftime flow at the top. When the da 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 da. Sound of a gun sniper. Oh shit! Oh no! We're working hard to start a Fatal Attraction. Oh no! Yeah. Creepy Cripple, are you still a fan of movie Bob? I remember you saying you were. Then I saw his pro eugenics rant, so I hope you saw those too and ain't his fan no more. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, when I look at the rhetoric of what he's saying, it feels like that the hyperbolic way that people talk when they do that thing, but it's like it's still not like great, but it's like I get, you know what I mean? Like, oh, someone is so shitty, they might as well be considered something. It's like, okay, but you know, rhetoric still matters. You know what I'm saying? And audience, and when you say something matters. You know, I feel like people don't talk about that enough because that's a lost understanding, it seems, of but yeah, you know, when people are loosey goosey with the rhetoric like that, then I kind of like, yeah, I'm like, all right, you know, like, because it's like, it's one of, he's one of those, there's no bad tactics, only bad targets type of guys. And it's like, you know, for the sake of the emotional feeling of like, oh, that's right, we got to get back at the people who suck and be just as bad as them. You know, it feels good to say that, but it's like, it's not, you know, living in the real world and thinking about the principles of the reality of the fact that you're dealing with it. You know, that's why when it comes to my content, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a piece of us is going to be in it in some capacity, right? You know, as much as I, you know, like to separate me from, you know, like, hey, look, as much as I'm giving my opinion here, at the end of the day, you don't know who I am. I am just a person who's sharing opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of people don't think about the fact that, like, on this internet shit, it's like, it's a different uh, type of, you know, show that you're giving to an audience. Damn it. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. It's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, I know he's being hyperbolic for the sake of making a point about the people that it's acceptable to hate. But, you know, outside of an entertainment setting, like, where the point is that it's entertainment, it's like, that's what I think a lot of shit is people just, like, not realizing that there are different, like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, when you say, like, oh, man, you know, like, saying to your brother while your mom isn't around, I hate my mom, is more understood that you're trying to be cathartic and release emotion than when you're in front of your mom and say, I hate my mom. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, there is a difference of, these exact same words having different intention. I feel like in the internet age, when people don't really understand or aren't really taking into account the fact that we are, you know, as much as it feels like, yeah, it's just word, like you can tell when there's like different contexts to the same word. As someone explained this to me, it's like if I go up to the bar where my girlfriend is and I put my arm around her and I say, hey, what's up, honey? That's different where if you go up to the bar with my girlfriend and you put your arm around her and say, hey, what's up, honey? It's like, what? Who the fuck are you? That's a different context, right? And that's what I think is happening. It's like the internet is not used to the idea that we have to like think about different contexts for like even if it is the same word. And so like when they do that thing of like, oh, who cares? Like saying that like people who don't politically agree with me, I think that they should die and they suck or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's people not understanding that it's like, no, I get it, yeah, and your piece of entertainment, you want to say that whatever, but it's like, but now if you're talking to real people, like you have to understand that they're real people. But I don't play. Okay. Oh wow. As someone who has a physiology, that's about the body. That's not about the mind, is it? But my assessment movie about was 100% sincere. You give it too much credit. The man is genuinely psychotic. Oh damn! What did you hear? what did you hear specifically that he said that makes it like Because that's another issue too. It's like with the internet, it's so easy to be like when someone is speaking a certain way to go like, oh, of course they're saying that like because in my brain I would say that hyperbolically, and then when you get them in real life, you're like, oh, you are that person. Oh, okay, you're like actually that person. You know what I mean? Oh, psychology. Okay. This is freaky behavior. Okay. Wait, like that for my freaky behavior? Wait, what's going on? Yeah, one of those guys whose mom was really young. No, one of those guys whose mom was really young. And you would go over it just to hang out with her. It's like, no. Woo! But yeah, creepy cripple. What have you? Because like, let's not do this. Let's not just do that. Well, it's accepted that this guy sucks. Like, well, what words, what actual things did he say that you heard that made you go like, whoa, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I reacted to the holiday right before. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Like black women. What? What? Sex ain't real good. You. Mean Green. Okay, we gotta have the weed anthem for the second album. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is a fucking Parliament sample. Yeah. Uh, yeah. 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 Creepy Cripple, I'm still waiting for it because I am interested to hear, like, you know what I'm saying, to present the evidence. Let's talk about it. Fucking ass to get butted out. Well. And I heard, yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. A cheaper believer all the way. Wait. That's not Dell, but it kind of. But he rapped over this beat on his first album. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, isn't it so funny? Like Tone Loc and Young MC and Tone Loc are both related in that way of like, oh yeah, like you wouldn't really think of their style, even though they're both from the West Coast. You wouldn't think of them as having like similar styles, you know. And then the same thing with Ice Cube and Dell. It's just like, yeah, they do not have similar styles at all. And then it would be like, and it's so funny because early on, Dell and because I think Ice Cube helped him produce some of his early stuff, and so it is kind of cool to think about, like, wow, Ice Cube, like, imagine that alternate world where they did more projects together, where like Ice Cube and Dell the fucking Homo sapien are like a tag team, you know, like. That's so weird to think of, right? Because they're so not similar people, you know what I mean? Like, even though, like, 90s West Coast rap, but you don't think of them in the same way. Because, like, well, NWA, gangster rap, holding that up, and, like, this, and Dell is, like, the weird sort of abstract working with underground, producers and, like, British guys and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a different tag, you know? How many spells we got left? Green. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. See, I don't think anyone requested anything, so we're just gonna do the main requests that people ask, and then we'll get on up out of y'all. Someone request. Hit the Coast is on Spotify, so that'll be up, and then the original On Fire is what I'll need to include. The whole creepy Lindsay Ellis Twitter incident I already mentioned. His resentment towards Chalks, like he's so nice. What? The fact that he tweets constantly. The man lives on Twitter. Oh, yeah. Again, it's one of those things where it's just like, I just watched the videos for a while, so I had no idea what was going on the Instagram. On the social media side of things, and then seeing stuff like that, it's just like, oh, like I want to be like, hey, you're on our side because you're like a liberal guy, right? And then it's like, you seem like that type of guy who can't get outside of his brain. You know what I mean? He thinks about life like literally in terms of like movie plots and stuff like that. Yeah, shit. Because that's where that sort of us versus the mentality kind of like takes root, and it totally makes sense why like people, it's an ideology people believe for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to believe it, right? That like yeah, and like I said, in this internet age, I think it's so easy to sort of like, especially if you make internet content, to be like, oh yeah, right. These aren't just rhetorical points for me to feel good about getting angry about. You actually have to think about human beings. But Y'all making me think about all that when I'm listening to some chill ass. I gotta say, this second Tone Loc album is like definitely fucking him in his element, because the music is sounding great. It's cruising right along. Like the first album, the music sounded cool too. Like, but it felt very much like we're in an LA sort of cheap club, but we're making the best of it. We're having some mood lighting and stuff like that. But like, it's about the time that matters that you have, and like, the drums were really like, you know, mid to late '80s. They're not big and boxy, but they definitely have that like we're in a we're in an auditorium. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make sure the sound is real loud. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what the first album. The first album has the Rec Room pimpin' sort of feel to it. This second album sounds like, oh, okay, we're actually at the fancy, Bellagio. I don't even know what Bellagio is, but it sounds fancy. You get what I'm saying? That type of shit. Like, dude, this is just a good ass fucking. Okay, all right. So I kind of wish you'd elaborate a little bit more, but it's kind of interesting that it was like, yeah, sometimes guys you think like, oh man, some guys are just horny all the time. I know it's so annoying, and it's an issue of maturity. Some guys have to mature, and maybe you need to just stick with that guy. It's like, maybe you don't. Maybe you can find someone who's mature, but it's just about taking like figuring out what those signs of someone who's mature is. You know what I mean? I mean, look, we're all just having a conversation here, but it makes sense to me. Wait, calm down. Wait, Peter Griffin, calm down. He said, it's odd how you defend movie Bob with the second tweet. I wasn't defending anyone. I said it because I don't know what exactly he said. Like, let me know what he said, because I don't know a specific tweet that he said. I just know that general idea of like, oh yeah, trying to treat people like, oh, they're like, you know what I mean? Like, trying to treat people like they're ontologically evil because they don't agree with you. That's an easy trap that so many people get caught into because it's easy to. You know what I'm saying? It feels good to say, oh, you don't agree with me, but it's because you're just, meant to be bad or whatever. Yet Dave Blunt's making dumb gay jokes he doesn't mean deserves public judgment. Wait, come on. I want to like you. You're a great dude. Wait, I don't understand. Hold on. Hold the phone. It's not. First of all, I'm not defending. Like tell me what they are. You still have not told me the things that he has specifically said. And then yet Dave Blunt's making dumb game. Like, I have not, like, gone like, Dave Blunt's, how dare you? You, shame, shame. Like, specifically with that video, it was me going like, hey, let's parse the differences. Like, with this one seems a little, like, insensitive, but this one, like, the joke kind of works. Like, either way, I know he's not being intentional with it, but it's interesting to parse how the rhetoric can be interpreted this way because the lyrics are this versus that. You get what I'm trying to say? But yeah, I'm not saying public judgment. What are you talking about? Come on now, let's talk about the specifics. Yeah, don't get caught. No. We're when it comes to the culture war shit. Look, I have my opinion based on you know, rhetorical what do you call it? Like the rhetorical strength of the argument. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people can get kind of caught up, you know, not liking that someone is doing that at all and, like, having that feeling of, like, about people dissecting stuff. I just wanted to enjoy stuff, and I don't like that anyone's kind of talking about it at all. Just don't talk about it at all. To talk about it at all is to be involved in that sort of stuff. It's like, no. It depends on what your actual argument is. What is your argument? If your argument is that, like, oh, well, the reason why I believe this is because of a thing that makes sense. Oh, that's interesting. That's conversation. That's what we should be having. But if it's like, well, you should just believe this because if you don't, you're a jackass. You know what I mean? Like, that's when you're like, okay, well, we're not having a conversation. We're just doing the, you know, go to our sports team and see who's, you know what I mean, just how many are on one side versus the other, you know? But yeah. But someone mentioned Aaron Carter earlier. Maybe that's a sign of something. But yeah. But Creepy Cripple, you've done so much typing and you have not actually told me the things that he said. This is the thing about the internet. We do this all the time. We go like, aren't you already on my side? Don't you know why you should be on my side? Aren't you already on my side? It's so insane that you don't know why you're on my side. Can you show me some evidence? But you should be on my side already. Why aren't you on my side? It's like, show me the evidence, please. Like, you know, I'm not even like angry at you. I'm just like, tell me what he said. Tell me. To interpret me asking for proof in and of itself as if I am already on the side is just like, I don't know what to do, man. Like, if you just won't tell me, I am giving you the chance to tell me, and you're like, no, but you should know why. It's like, and again, this is not me, like, getting angry at you or anything like that. I'm not going like, oh, you fucking suck. It's like, no, I just think this is the thing that we passively do on the internet all the time. Of doing this sort of like, well, we already know why you should be on my side, right? So why are you on that guy's side? Like, you know, and it's just like, hey, let's talk about the specific reasons why. Because if we talk about the specifics, then we don't get lost in the sauce. We're actually following a track and going like, oh, it's because of boom and boom and boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's why you got there. Okay, now I get. So even if I don't agree, I can at least see why you got there. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, it's no antagonism, like, and don't take it that way, and nothing antagonistic, but I'm like, you've typed like 3 times now, and I was expecting every time to look and be like, oh, he's gonna show me the thing this time, and it's like, he still didn't. Like, it's not even for or against, I just want to see the evidence. Yeah. Funky West Side reprise, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, like, the album's about over. Yeah, I think this is solid. Like, the first album was like I said, him on, you know, on a budget mode just coming up, and the second album is him like fully realized. It sucks that there aren't more albums that, like, you know, we didn't get more of this style of him being like the bass voiced, you know, Lothario, you know what I'm saying, of hip hop. Could have been like the Isaac Hayes of hip hop, the fucking Oh God, what's his name? Uh, the Barry White of hip hop out of this bitch, you know. But unfortunately, yeah, it didn't really shake out that way. I think just the acting career really took off in terms of, and like I said, I don't think it's like a huge acting career. It's just like I think he just found the lucrativeness of being like, oh, I can just do these little parts and just get this bullshit little money. Oh, okay, you know what I mean? Being in LA and shit already, I think that just popped off for him. All right, so here's "Hit the Coast" from the and all these samples that they're using, like Toad Logan. As soon as I'm hearing this, like this is another sample from the Del the Funky Homo Sapien album. That I, it's not that it's specifically from that album. It's just that I think West Coast just used these samples a lot. Toad Logan should do a cover of Salty Chocolate Balls. Yeah, it's the song from Surf Ninjas where Toad all like in the early '90s. He was just an explosion of mostly children's movies. Like there's so many movies I can think of. It's like, oh yeah, there's Blank Check. There's um um the Baby's Kids. Uh Blank Check, Baby's Kids. I know there's a whole bunch of them. Let's go look actually. Surf Ninjas apparently. Like he was probably one of the smartest '90s rappers, and it's so funny we don't even consider him to be like a rapper now. But it's like, yeah, he just like made his money about, and it's so funny because I don't think there's a hit off of this second album. I don't think like, yeah, he got a big hit off of the second album, but I will say all of these songs are cooler than even the big hits off of that first album. Because it's like, you know, we know them and they're kind of stock at this point. And also, they weren't the greatest 80s songs. Like, they're chill 80s songs. They're the songs that you play and you're by the pool, you know, in Florida or whatever. And these songs are already playing and it's going by. And like, oh yeah, that song, that fun novelty song, you know what I'm saying? Especially just the fact that he did it back to back. But yeah, Wild Thing was first, and then Funky Cold Medina. Yeah, Funky Cold Medina always felt like the kind of copycat. You know, they, oh my God, and Ace is in the house. Yes, Ace is in the house. Yes. Oh my God, wait. I'm gonna see if that's on fucking. Hold on. They don't have it on Spotify, but yeah, man, he was doing a lot of the soundtrack. Ace is in the house. Ace is in the house. No, what is it? Okay, so the movies that I would know is Fern Gully, Bebe's Kids. We started off doing the voice acting, which you definitely was the smart move. Uh, Poet, but I don't remember him in that. Surf Ninjas, Ace Ventura, Blank Check. 5 movies before 1994. Like he's starting in '92. By 1994, he's in 5 movies that I know. Like and there's a whole bunch of other movies like the Adventures of Fort Lane, The Return of Superfly. Like I don't know those, but there's a whole bunch of shit. This motherfucker was getting his goddamn money the American way. Way too many of those Surf Ninja movies. Okay. Let's play the original On Fire before we get up out of here. Hold on. We on fire up in here. Burn it hot, we on fire. It would be so funny if 50 Cent took. What? I doubt it. Yes, I just saw that. Titan AE, the last Don Bluth movie, also has Total Look. Total Look was just an animation staple by that time. And then he stopped because he doesn't do that much stuff anymore. And it's like, Toad, we need you. Or, you know, matter of fact, get out the way. Matter of fact, yeah, stay out the way. I'm trying to be the black guy who does the voices in Hollywood. God damn it. I gotta do my voice. I need to take advantage of my abilities, you know what I'm saying?
Up, I got another engagement. Rhymes never empty, I keep them replenished. The mouse gives a teaser until the finish. Smoke from the country, better put on your glasses. Guaranteed to knock you on your asses and asses.
I don't remember this song feeling that different from that.
The smoke filled room make the sucker conspire. Don't get close, this gun is on fire.
Let's see the original.
Said acceptable. Morning people listen to my. We gon' blow the house on.
So it's a little mixed up. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Baby girl, in the movie industry, they pay you now and you don't owe money to the label. So people just start doing movies instead of music. Yeah. Shout out to her, right? Yeah. Real. Really real.
I was born and raised on the West Coast, Tone Loke, the master, the host, the OG town I represent. Well, I'm the mayor, governor, and president. LA, where it's sunny all year. The first city to bust the feeling here. At least say Obama, Sergio Bikini. Believe what I say, I'm not known as a liar. Don't get close, it's caught us on fire. And you know that 89 is mine. Like this, it's hard to find, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to check out of here. Don't know, remember that, alright? Time for the wild thing. See you later. I'm gone.
But he just mentioned the wild thing. I guess he must have made this after it. I thought I saw somebody said this was his first thing. Well, yeah. That's the stream. Appreciate y'all coming through. That was so interesting, man. Like, look, I never know what to expect with these streams, you know? Like, motherfucking Tone Loc, that threw me off. I was like, oh, yeah, hip-hop. And I'm like, yeah, what is it? And, of course, I know what I'm thinking of hip-hop. Like, early 2000s, stuff like that, like, you know, the fucking Tone Loc. I was like, okay, both out. Oh, okay. And someone also requested a Marky Mark, 2 of his albums, so I guess we're going all through the 90s, you know, hip-hop sort of like guys who had one hit, but was there anything more to him? And for the most part, no, but it's still fun to go through and be like, oh, it's interesting to see what might have been missed, you know? With this, I certainly do feel like there were a couple of joints that I definitely want to keep in the musical bag of holding. Mostly from the second album, honestly. Like, the second album was really fucking good. Pimp Without a K, I Adore You, All Through the Night, I Joke But I Don't Play, Freaky Behavior, Mean Green, Why? Like, yo, don't fucking sleep. Like, I really do think, because it's the same with Diggable Planets, where their second album was honestly way better because it's like, well, they have more budget, they have more... It's weird, because it can kind of go the opposite sometimes. Sometimes it's like, okay, you had your whole life to make your first album, and then the second album's kind of a dud because it's like, well, you kind of have to rush. And then other times, I guess it's like, well, you don't really have that much. You're using the resources you have, and so you put together the first album, and then now that you have shit, okay, now the second album can actually like really build and do some like real shit. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, I thought about requesting a music video review of that one big Bone Thugs Mouth. Dude, fucking do it, but which one? Because they've had a lot of big hits. Even I tried so hard. Uh, well, whenever you want to request it, Kofi.com/rapcritic. Appreciate y'all coming through for the stream. It's about to tick for me to get on up out of y'all. But appreciate y'all coming through. Probably do another stream, maybe Monday or Tuesday, you know, something like that. You know, of course, if you want to, what hit number one? Don't think hit number one. Crossroads, maybe? But yeah, get with it. Act like you want it. Appreciate y'all coming through for the stream. Kofi.com/rapcritic if you want to make requests. Patreon.com/rapcritic where there's podcasts that are exclusive up there, plus live streams that I'll be doing that'll be exclusive, freestyle video game nights, music nights, all that fun, sexy stuff. So until the next stream, good people, you know what I always say. What is that saying? Oh, yeah. Time waits for no man. Peace.